Okay, so like I said earlier, I was notified by Coast to Coast signings about doing a assignment for a partial claim. So basically, what a partial claim is, if you're unfamiliar, is the act of a person putting loan payments to the back of their loan, pretty much. So this particular customer, she had missed 3 months of payments due to COVID. So she was pushing those three payments to the back of her initial mortgage loan. So basically, they notified me by text message. I posted a screenshot. I accepted the assignment. It wasn't for that much, but to me, since I'm just starting out, I just wanted to get the experience. So I was eager to do it, so I accepted it. I was available. Um, Once I did that, sorry, I'm outside on my balcony and I see something crawling, so caught my attention. Okay, got the notification. Once I accepted the assignment, they sent me the customer's details. So they send a whole email of instructions. Okay, guys. So it's not like you're going into this not knowing. I mean, because we are all fresh and we're new. We don't really know what to expect, what to do, right? They gave me a whole email of instructions. They gave me a video to look at. And then I printed out an attachment that had more instructions on there and directions. So when I went in there, I was very comfortable. I was very confident. It was just a really good experience. In the documents, it tells you to reach out to the customer to schedule the appointment. So they're not going to contact you and tell you this is the time you have to be there or else. You contact the customer and you schedule a time that best fits both of your needs, like your availability. So that's what I did. I called her. She was a really nice lady. It was a couple, a husband and wife. And at first we were going to meet at 5 this evening, but when I looked over the documents, I noticed it was her and her husband names on there. So I told her, I need both of you to be there. Will you both be there at 5? And she's like, no, he's here now if you want to come now. So I'm like, well, I can't come now, but will this time work? And so we agreed upon 1:30. So she's like, okay, cool, he should be here. So I printed out my documents. The only forms that they had to fill out or sign rather for the whole package was 5 pages that they had to sign. I only had to notarize one. So those pages were for the partial claim. It was the note, the compliance agreement, the borrower acknowledgement, which you notarize, the errors and omission compliance agreement, the notice of oral agreements, and the preferred payment plan, which was optional. So I had both of them sign those. Before I went, I pre-filled out my journal with the document that I knew that I would be notarizing, which was the borrower acknowledgement. So when I got there, they had their son at the table because they were older and they are Jamaican. So they just wanted to make sure that he was able to explain the information to them to make sure it was correct. So he went through, I printed out 2 documents. And when I tell y'all this letter was thorough of what they wanted you to do, on the letter, it even tells you what size paper to print on, how many copies you need. So I needed a copy for the borrower, a copy for the lender. They signed a copy of the package, and then I left a copy of the package. They included for me the label, and all I had to do after I was done and I had them sign my journal and do the fingerprint, it only took 30 minutes, really. And only took 30 minutes because their son looked over the package first before they signed. So it probably would have took less than that. I was out of there in 30 minutes. Went right to FedEx. FedEx is near me. Their house was like 8 minutes from me. FedEx is like 5 minutes from me. So I went to FedEx. I gave the young man the label. He scanned the label. He prepared the envelope. He put my documents into the envelope. I took a picture of the sealed envelope, and then I took a picture of the receipt with the tracking information on there, and I was it. I was done. I did this on my lunch break. So it was a pretty awesome experience. The people were so nice, so welcoming. Um, is there anything else? No. Oh, well, you know what? When I printed out the documents, I should have brought it out here with me. I brought these flag tabs. This made it easier too. So I pre-flagged all of the signature lines that they had to sign in different colors. So red for the husband, yellow for the wife. So as they went through the pages, they knew exactly where to sign. And I made sure to reiterate, make sure that you sign your name the way that it is printed on the line. So if it's your first name, middle initial, last name, make sure you sign it just like that. I made sure I went through my documents maybe 3 or 4 times while I was sitting there talking to them, because we were talking back and forth and they were talking back and forth. So I went through my documents. I made sure everything was signed completely. Made sure on some of the documents she was missing her initial, so I made her go in and squeeze that initial in there. I noticed she signed on the wrong line, like up under on one of the documents, so I made sure she struck the line through that and initial and corrected that. I was very thorough because I don't want to have to go back and do a re-sign, So I basically dotted all my I's, crossed all my T's. I think the tab flagging really is a good thing to do. That was it. It was probably one of the easier ones I'll probably end up doing. I definitely don't mind taking more of those type of loan signings. I feel the more I do, the better I'll get. Like I said, it didn't pay a whole lot, but at this time, I just want to get the experience. I feel like once I'm confident in attaining the most experience I can, then I can negotiate for more, obviously, right? But I have posted in some of the other groups, and they were kind of like, oh, you shouldn't have took that job for $30. And I'm like, this is my first time. Like, I'm gonna take anything within reason. I mean, there's no way I would have drove an hour for $30. I drove 8 minutes away from my house. That was nothing. I spent 30 minutes at their house and I got $30. I was looking on the group. A lot of people don't like coast signing, but a lot of people are okay with them too. So it was like half and half. But like I said, I'm just happy I had the experience, and hopefully the more confident I get, the better I'll feel at going and doing these type of assignments. So that was it. That's all I had. Did you guys want to ask me questions?
Hi, can you hear me? This is Terry Butler.
Yes, hi.
Hi. Yeah, I have a question. I saw where it said on the, I guess, the invoice, whatever you call it, that the instructions where you could possibly negotiate.
Yes.
So you didn't feel, I can understand how you feel, because I'm brand new. I mean, I just passed my exam like yesterday or the day before, so I'm really new.
Okay.
So it said negotiate. We're not yet in a position to do that, are we?
Yes, you are. Absolutely.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I put in there, I would like $20 more.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of took a while to respond. And so my second thought was, you know what? Just take it. It's not that hard. Just take it, get this experience. And so I'm just like, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it because it wasn't far, and they never responded, but that was okay. But they do have that option. So basically, the worst case scenario would have been them telling me they'll find someone else, and I would have been like, okay. But I just didn't want to miss the opportunity, so that's why I took it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, this is Cheryl, and I had a question.
Yes.
I know a lot of people said, $30 or whatnot, they kind of frowned upon that, but
right.
To me, $30 for 30 minutes is pretty good. In
That's
the future, if you have more experience under your belt, would you consider to be like, I want more money? Or
Yes,
because to me that's a real quick.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
exactly.
Hmm.
That's how I felt. I felt the same way. I'm like 30 minutes and I mean $30 for 30 minutes, I think that was a steal. It was 8 minutes
Hmm.
away. I didn't have to do a lot of driving at all. Like between me, driving to their house and going to FedEx, I have an hour lunch break. I was still back and still had time to eat.
Hmm.
yeah,
So it
that's
was a
more than I
no-brainer.
make in my regular job,
Exactly. So exactly. You know what I'm saying? I don't even make that
especially
an
if it's
hour.
so close.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, if
Absolutely.
it's
Absolutely.
more than further away, then yeah. My other question was: this all just letter size paper, or was it a mix of both legal and letter size paper?
It was letter size paper only. They gave me 10 pages of directions and instructions.
Okay.
So I read through all of them twice to make sure I didn't miss anything. And on there it said more than once to print everything out in 8.5 by 11 letter
Hmm.
size. And so
Okay.
I was like, okay, but you know what? Before I read the directions, I automatically put legal size paper in my printer.
Hmm.
So I'm like, I'm glad that I read the directions because I probably would have, that probably would
Hmm.
have got messed up for them. So
Hmm.
princess, get your butt. Sorry guys, my cat is out here on the balcony with me. Okay,
Hmm.
And
so
did it
yeah,
require any scan backs?
nope. It said scan back requirements none.
Okay. Okay.
And
So
what
it was
type of
really
printer do
easy.
you have?
Hmm?
What kind of printer do you have?
I have a brother printer.
Hmm.
I'm gonna show you guys, but
Hmm.
I'm outside.
That's
Um,
okay.
I'm
I
trying to think which one it is. Hold on just a second. Because I'm on my computer.
I everywhere I saw online it said everyone was saying to get like the Brother 6200
Okay.
DW2 or something like that.
Hmm.
And everywhere I looked, that thing was sold out. And I found one. It was on Amazon last night, so I
Okay.
ordered it, but it won't be here until the 7th. So
Yeah, I
Now
got
you
mine
know
just
what?
delivered yesterday. I mean, this
okay.
morning.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Where'd you get yours from?
It was from some company. It was a company I'm not familiar with because again, I
Oh,
ran into the same problem that she did. That
Yeah.
everywhere I went, everyone must be buying a printer because everyone
Yeah.
was sold out.
Hmm.
oh.
Hmm.
Now I'll tell you guys, I don't have that printer. I also have another business, so I have two brother printers already.
Okay.
They're both, well, one is LaserJet and one is inkjet.
Hmm.
My LaserJet is the monochrome, the black and white printer,
Hmm.
and it doesn't have the dual trays. I may have to upgrade to that later, but as of right now, it has a regular size tray that could be extended to legal size.
Okay.
So I can either print all my documents in legal size or print them all in letter size. But
Hmm.
I can't alternate like what you guys probably will be able to do with your printer.
Hmm.
Where I think they say you can set the settings on the on Acrobat to um,
Yeah.
print them out automatically the way that they are.
Hmm.
So as time progresses, I'll probably have to upgrade. But as of right now, I'm just going to use what I got because that
Okay.
printer
Yeah.
right there was, I think I paid 265 or 267 something like that for it. And I got it from Office
Hmm.
Depot. They had a sale where I got $75 off. I think it was.
Mm.
Yeah, and I bought that over a year ago. So, and then I
Okay.
live in an apartment. I'm like, I don't have any more room to put another printer. So I'm just like, I'm gonna have to
Mhm.
work with what I got right now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this was good. This was really encouraging and enlightening and everything because
Good,
I'm like
good.
pretty nervous about this. So,
Yeah, I was nervous too until I saw all of these instructions, and I was thinking to myself, like,
mm,
you literally can't get this wrong. Like, you can't mess this up. And I'm also going to share the video because it's just a YouTube video that they
yeah.
sent me. So
I've
that means
seen that
that
one.
you seen it.
Yeah, on YouTube. But that's awesome that they sent so much detailed information.
Yes,
Yeah.
So when I
yes.
see one like that, I'll feel more confident knowing.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's what I said too. And I've heard that a lot of people are doing the partial claims. So I was like, if I see that come across again, I'm definitely going to take it. And it's so
Yeah.
funny because they emailed me and they text messaged me, and I wasn't monitoring my email, but I always have my cell phone sitting next to me, and so when I saw it light up, I'm like, what is that? And it said, what did it say? Something assignment request or something like that. And I'm like, what is that? And I look and I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah. And then I could do everything from my phone, which was really cool too. But some people were saying they don't like coast to coast because they lowball. They lowball you, they don't pay a lot.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I guess you just have to basically do what works for you. If you see one that you're not, you don't want to take, then you just say you're not available, right?
Yeah, I need the experience right now, so
That's what I said
that's
too.
that's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So are you going to send them an invoice, or how does that work?
I think they are going to send to me. I was looking on the page. It said invoice sent. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to send an invoice or they send me an invoice, because they're the ones who told me that the job was for $30. So I would assume that they're just going to send me the payment once they know that the company got the paperwork and
Okay.
everything is satisfactory.
Hmm.
That's just my assumption. This is my first time working with them, so I'm not sure.
Hmm. Okay. Did you sign up with a lot of different
I did not.
agencies?
Nope.
No?
Nope, I didn't. I keep seeing everybody saying, sign up with 100 companies. I'm like, 100 companies? I'm just like, um, I don't remember signing up with Coast to Coast. I think they found me on NNA website because
Oh,
I'm listed
okay.
on signingagent.com.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really surprised that I got that, because there are a lot of people in my area that is on there. I went on there and tested it. I typed in my zip code, and there are a number of people that pop up. I'm not the first person.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So um, I
But I
was
think a
lucky.
lot of people turn their nose down at the $30. But
Oh,
to me, it's only 30 minutes, and if it's like 5 minutes from your house
exactly.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
you're not doing anything,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. That's my sentiment exactly. I'm like,
they can leave it for me to do.
Yeah,
exactly.
me too.
Exactly. You don't want to do
Yeah.
it, I'll do it. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, that is fine. I'll do about 5 of them, and give me a little money, and hey.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I just thought it was so easy. I was just like, wow, like I'm so happy that I took the chance to do it, and that I didn't just base it off of, well, if you're not going to pay me more, I'm just not going to do it. I'm happy I didn't go that route.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
really am. And the people were so nice, so very nice. They were, like my mom and dad's age, and they're in their mid to late 60s, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were just so nice. They were really nice, very hospitable too. Oh, and that's another thing. So when I went in, I did have my mask on.
Yeah.
They did not wear a mask, but I wore my mask. And I brought my hand sanitizer as well. And I brought my ink pens that I have my business information on, and I let them use it and I let them keep it.
Right.
So, and I didn't feel uncomfortable. The lady, like I said, she was talking to me, and she said she was a nurse, and her husband both had to get COVID testing, and she made sure to tell me we were negative. And I'm like, okay, that's good. Still gonna keep my mask on, but okay.
Okay.
Yep. But it was so easy, so easy. And like I said, I think me pre-flagging the areas where they had to sign helped me to not forget anything, and then helped them to see where they were going to sign.
Yeah. Okay.
And I got all of those things at Dollar Tree, guys. Like, I'm very frugal when it comes to spending stuff. So I'm like, Oh, and another thing I think is a good idea. I'm going to share this on the group. Now you see, side. You see, I wore this. It's kind of small. The ID tag. I went ahead and ordered an ID with my face on it from the man that I found in the group that is doing the
Yeah.
notary commission IDs.
Mhm.
I just think that's more professional because you're going to a stranger house and they don't know you. The lady, she had questions when I did, and in that the letter, they also included a script for you. So when you call the customer, what you should say and what you should collect from them.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, they were very thorough.
Mhm.
It was very thorough. So I just feel like because the customer is not getting our picture when we're assigned to them, you know, you're just calling them and telling them that you're calling on behalf of this lender with this title company, and that's it. So
Mhm.
the first time they see you is when they see you. So I just think for me, it'll be more professional if I did have that badge with my face on it and my name.
Okay. Mhm.
Because I just think that this will get overlooked. It's kind of small, you know.
Mhm.
And I went in there with my bag, and I feel like I probably could have had it attached to my bag, so it looked
Mhm.
more official. So
Mhm.
I went ahead and ordered it. It's only $19. So he said it'll be to me in 3 to 5 days. So I'll post it on the group once I get it. But I think someone else in the group had ordered theirs too, and I think she shared a picture. It looks really cool. It looks really official, really cool. So I
Did you
like that.
leave a business card or anything?
I did because she asked me for my
Okay.
business card. She said that she's going to be doing a will and she would like for me to come back and notarize her will for her. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Great.
I left my business
That's
card. And,
awesome.
I know. So I
That's
was pretty cool with
great.
it. Now they said sometimes they do frown upon that, but I think if I'm giving her my card for general notary work and I'm not giving it to her for loan signing, that's totally different.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
It's totally different because they're not going to go through them for general notary. They're only going to go through them for loans.
Right. Right. Okay.
Both. Yes.
This was great.
All right, guys. Any more questions?
No.
Nope, I
No.
don't think so. That's it for now. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
thank you.
welcome. You're welcome. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to show you guys the documents.
Mhm.
But I gotta white out their names and their address and
Yeah.
stuff so that that's not showing and maybe put up a bogus one, like James Smith at 123 Highway or something like that. And I
Mhm.
want to share the documents so you guys can see it. But the whole thing was 17 pages. And out of
Okay.
the 17 pages, they only signed 1, 2, 3, 5 of them. So
Mhm.
really a really easy assignment. So if you guys get that one come across, definitely I would jump on it if it's not too far. Absolutely.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
This
guys.
was
Well, you take
great.
care, and
You
I'll see you
Thanks.
too.
on the road. Good night.
All
Good
righty.
night.
Good night now.